you've heard the quote, I'm sure, right? Weak men create hard times. So how did we get here, do you think? When did we start seeing this decline of actual masculine men, gender roles, you know, things that were objectively true and permanent and, you know, good and beautiful, right? How do we get to where we have like these transgender people running around and kids choosing their genders at age 1 and, you know, chemical castration happening in Arkansas? What's the deal?
Well, you know, I really think that there's a nefarious push when it comes to the left, when it comes to any type of manly men. We're toxic, right? They're trying to denigrate us men. And we all understand that downfall of society comes when men don't fulfill our roles as men, as masculine, strong, God-fearing men, right? Who believe in something. Right? And you look at the fall of society, you look at the downfall of society, you see that men are being told that they're toxic. You see these Gillette commercials where they're having, you know what I'm saying, they're showcasing men or that you shouldn't be a masculine man. It's all catered towards the feminine, and the feminine's taking over the masculine, and it's all about femininity, you know, all this femininity and never mind the toxic, the masculinity. It's all a terrible narrative to destroy the man and to destroy the society as a whole.
Totally, and let me be clear, femininity is a great thing. I love women, frankly. And I'm sure both of you do too, right? But like, there has to be a balance, right? Because a society can become way too feminine. Look at the French, look at the Canadians, right? But a society can also become too masculine, right? Look at Soviet Russia with Stalin, and then who's the fellow down in the Philippines who's just kind of killing everybody who leaves their house, right? It gets a little bit too much. So America has a rare opportunity to strike a balance, right? I think there's a really good quote here. It's from C.S. Lewis, and in The Abolition of Man, he wrote, "We make men without chests and expect of them virtue and enterprise. We laugh at honor and are shocked to find traitors in our midst. We castrate and bid the geldings be fruitful," right? So the downfall of man and the downfall of the masculine ideal of the American man was instigated by something in society. And then all of a sudden, I think a lot of conservatives particularly are sitting here with our hands up and saying, well, how did we get here? Well, it's because conservatives didn't stand up for what was right, for masculinity, right? And then, you know, how should we be doing that moving forward?
I think the thing we have to look at is, what is the whole feminist movement, right? What are we pushing here, right? Are we're saying we want to be equal, but what's wrong with having a man in the household who is taking care of the bills?
Nothing.
Why would you not want the option to be able to stay home and take care of your children? Right? You go to a workplace, you're gonna have a boss there. Right? People don't talk about that. So you want to be a slave to a boss. You stay home with your kids, have a man that's paying the bills for you, be able to be that mother that the kids need in the home. But I think it's important for us to understand that a lot of this is happening through society, not so much a politics. It's through culture. The music industry. Movies, TV shows, everything you see on TV nowadays, they're pushing this agenda against the man. They're breaking down the man. It started even in Black America. You look at how they're pushing welfare. And you can't have it. I mean, they penalize you for having a man in the home.
Absolutely.
Which it's silly to me, right? Why would you not want to push the family unit? We all know kids do better when there's a two-parent household. Right? I mean, you can look at so many different things that has taken place throughout the last couple of years, and I do agree conservatives didn't stand up quick enough. I could go on to college campuses and I can talk about that. We can do a whole segment on that. I think now we're recognizing that we have to fight back, and I think it's through culture. Not necessarily just politics. Right.
This is Charlie Kirk, founder and CEO of Turning Point USA. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Turning Point USA.